Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Today is October 10th, 2024. This is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna PC. This is our Thursday conference call with our community. One Thursday, we hold this on LinkedIn audio, and one Thursday at this number, 202-800-8394, 202-800-8394. Both calls are 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. When you logged in, you would have heard the disclaimers. The call is being recorded. Conceal your identity if you want. We do the best we can in the time that we have. The answers may not be complete because we may not have all the information we need. But we try our best to at least give you some guidance. Don't think of this as the definitive last word. Call is, like I said, being recorded. So hold on one second. And it will be posted in our forums on immigration.com. I will first go over the questions that have been posted in the forums. Ask for any follow-up questions on those questions. And once we are done with this round, then we'll take new questions. I'm going to now lock the conference in about 2 minutes because I want to make sure people who are here, their questions get answered. So if I get too many people, I won't be able to answer everybody's questions, right? I'll just wait another 2 minutes. It's 12:31 now. Maybe wait another minute, and then we have enough people already on the call. Then we will close the call. Okay. Let's start with the posted questions. The first question that I was asked was about L1A renewal, international travel, dependent L2 processing, and OPT student hiring. These are different topics. So first question was L1A renewal, travel outside. So can I travel outside USA while my renewal is pending? And the answer is, I don't know what my source of information is. But for the last almost a decade, I have told people, to the best of my knowledge, during the extension, you can travel. You can't travel during change of status. But during extensions, you should be able to travel. The only requirement is when you come back, so either you stay outside USA for approval of the extension and come back with a new visa, or come back within the life of your existing visa. Double check with your lawyers, but I don't see any reason why this should be a problem. Okay. I'm going to lock the conference because we have sufficient number of people here. Give me 1 second.
The conference is now locked.
Okay. Then after my L1A renewal, I need to process L2. Can I do this myself or do it through a lawyer? My family is in India. Well, there is nothing to do. Once the L1A is approved, you send them your approval notice. You don't need an L2 approval from the USCIS. Your family will just go apply for L2 visa at the consulate using your L1 approval. They do not need L2 approval. Okay. If my company has to hire OPT students for work, what is the process? My US entity is 11 months old. So, first of all, if you ever advertise that we are hiring only OPT students, that would be discrimination against local workers. So make sure you talk to your employment lawyers and don't make any mistakes like that. But basically, if people are on first year OPT, that's an easy one. There's not a whole lot of formality. For STEM OPT, you've got to be e-verified. And look at the form I-983. You have to help the students with filling out the form I-983. Okay? *5. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. No new questions at this time. Any follow-up on what I discussed, press *5. Okay? This is New York, area code 917. 917, go ahead, please.
Hi, Abhijit here. Just a follow-up on this. On the first question, my attorney said I should not be traveling when my L1A is under renewal because it expired on 13 September. So till I get the renewal, done, I should not be traveling.
Yeah, I think
and that's what I was a bit confused.
Yeah, you may have a practical problem also. No? When does your visa expire?
The stamped visa expire after 2 years. It's still valid for.
So you were on a blanket.
No, because this was a fresh startup.
Oh, you did a new office.
For,
you did a new office. Okay. So I do not know the answer to this question offhand. I think you are okay to travel.
Okay.
In fact, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But what is the source of my information? I have to go digging. I don't remember where I got that information. But I have always advised people that nobody has called to yell at me, so I think it's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. And about the point 3, it's not discrimination against anything, but I was just trying to see if OPT, CPT, what's the documentation process?
First year OPT is zero documentation. Second year OPT is more documentation. CPT is in between. You just have to sign an agreement with the school that you will keep the people employed in their own field. So you won't put computer people to do things that are not computer related. Okay.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Yeah.
You're welcome. New Jersey, 908. Go ahead, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
I just have a follow-up question on this one that regarding travel. I was intending to travel to this December. My H-1B petition got approved and I was going to go for stamping. However, earlier this morning, like 3 hours before this call at 9 a.m., my employment got terminated. I was laid off. So I'm confused if I'm still on H-1B or am I on STEM OPT? Should I travel or not travel?
Hold on back for a second. Let's look at your case. You were on OPT and your H-1B was applied.
Yeah, I was on STEM OPT.
Okay. And your H-1B was applied and approved.
Yeah.
Start date was October 1st?
Yeah.
Okay. You are no longer on OPT. OPT is gone forever. You are on H-1B. If you have been laid off, are they going to give you your full salary for a certain period, or this is the last day, that's it, you're done?
So today I got the call and they told me that today is the last working day. Tomorrow on paper is my last date for the employment, and on severance they're going to give me 2 weeks salary.
So if the salary is your full salary, then you have a 60-day grace period to transfer your H-1B. Okay. And if you can't get an H-1B, apply for B-1, B-2 type status to stay in the United States. The details are on my blog, how to apply for a B1, B2. Okay. So you have a 60-day grace period. Okay. The 60 days begin on the day your pay period ends. Now, remember I said pay period. So let's say you are getting paid till November 15th, but you get your check on November 21st. Your 60 days begin on November 16th, the day after your pay period ends, not the day you get your paycheck.
Got it.
Okay. So within those 60 days, you can either find another job and file the transfer or apply for a B1, B2. That will get you 6 months to stay in the US. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yep. Next question, folks. This is a long one. There's no way I can cover all of this. EB5, 1 million investment, timeline, process, priority date. Oh, this is a lecture by itself. How long is it taking? Multiple years, 4 or 5 years. There are some expedited investments that are a lot quicker, but there's not a whole lot of them. Okay. Because I'll just give you the real quick do's and don'ts. I don't have a whole lot to say beyond that because that's a long topic. There are only 2 kinds of EB5s. Okay. Basically, based upon the investment. You have the 1,050,000 investment. You have the 800,000 investment. So now the question is, where can you put the investment? There again, you have two choices. You can either invest yourself as an individual investor. If you invest in a regular area, it's 1,050,000. If you invest in a targeted employment area, which is typically rural or high unemployment area, there you can invest 800,000. Okay, or you can invest through a third party, which are called regional centers. Okay, regional centers are, you're placing your investment in somebody else's hands, so you have to decide whether that makes sense for you or not. Okay, so these are the four variables that you are keeping track of. As far as how long is it taking, you can see that online. Multiple years, maybe 2-3 years just for the first form to get approved, unless you get into an expedited investment situation. So Massachusetts has a question. Yeah, Massachusetts, go ahead, please.
Sir, thank you for following. I have follow-up questions that one of my extended family have a trust fund and all.
Mm-hmm.
Should I get a loan and apply for this EB5 for the investments?
Yeah, you can.
Or something kind of setup? Yeah.
You can get a loan. Previously, it wasn't clear whether you could get unsecured loans. But the money, as long as it comes from legal sources, it can be a personal loan, it can be a secured loan, it can be a gift, it can be your own money. So as long as you can trace the money as tax-paid legal money, no problem at all. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good
Thank
luck.
you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Let's go on to the next question. This is EB to NIW for a Municipal Construction Manager. 5 years of experience, masters and no publication. I think it's almost an impossible case, but that's my judgment. I'm not God. I can only make a guess. The problem with NIW like this is whatever you're doing locally. Okay, you help in, you work with a municipal government. You help in building community centers, parks, buildings, and other infrastructure. And this is for public use. The problem is, I think the government, USCIS, is going to ask you, well, what is the national level importance of your work? Your work, not your field. Your field might be nice. You're doing infrastructure or development projects. Very nice. But you are just doing it locally in one city or one municipality. How are you helping the United States? So there is no wider impact. I think that's where you'll have a problem. I doubt this is a great case. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I would be very happy to learn that I'm wrong. But this is the best guess I can make for you. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. Next question is, L1B Flow Assurance Engineer, resigning before visa expiry, verifying 60-day grace period and exploring options for continued US stay, work or study without H1B. So I'm a flow assurance engineer, L1B visa, expiring on 16th October 25 next year. Submitted my resignation. My last working day is 3rd of October. It is not a layoff. You still have 60-day grace period. Okay. You still have, yeah, that is true. I confirm that. Well, available options you already mentioned. You could get a B1, B2 for 6 months, or you could try to go back to school, which is what you're thinking. So there's really nothing else that I can say. Those are the two obvious options. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. All right. Area code 929. Let's see. 929, go ahead, I can hear you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I have a follow-up question on this B1, B2 filing which I'm planning to do. I was referring to your blog also. My first question is, sir, how much should be the length of this cover letter which is needed in this?
A couple of pages, 1 page, 1.5 page. I mean, depends upon what you are writing, right? So basically, what I told you on my blog, just cover that, whether it takes 3 paragraphs or 1 paragraph. I mean, it depends upon how much you want to. There's no limit on this upper or lower. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Good luck.
All right. Is there any template, sir, which is available
No,
on
it's
the
just a regular letter. I mean,
blogging?
it's not. I would say just go to ChatGPT and get it done. It's not.
All right.
Because it has
All right.
it
Sir,
has
one
all
more quick.
it has all these letter templates in its training data.
Oh, okay. That's a good pointer, sir. Thank you. I will do that. A quick clarification, sir. The blog says if you obtain another job or an H-1B is approved after your grace period, which is usually 60 days, is over, and B1, B2 is still pending, you most likely have to step outside the United States to obtain an H-1B
Yeah,
visa.
there is one.
In some of the
There is one thing there.
in some of
USCIS
Yeah, go
said
ahead.
that if you are going to apply for an H-1B premium processing, then we'll try to premium your pending B1, B2. So that way, we'll approve your B1, B2,
Got it.
then approve your H-1B. You won't have to go outside.
Got you, sir. This is exactly where my doubt was because I've heard this from you, but then thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, it's actually on the USCIS website. So if you just Google it, just Google options, immigration options for laid off workers. You just do that and you come to that page. In that page, they have accordion text. In the accordion text, there is a heading called change of status. Okay. In that, it's expressly written that's what they will do. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much
welcome.
for the clarification.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Next question is H-1B lottery winner with consular processing. I'm not a huge fan of consular processing for H-1B lottery winners. Approval timeline, employer change options, and alternatives for new employment without re-entering lottery. I was selected in the lottery. Employer opted for consular. Still under review. Is there typically a longer wait time for H-1B with consular? No, I don't think so. Once I receive the 797, can I change employers? And that's highly conjectural. I don't think I have a good answer for you. I would not want to take a chance because the government can take the position that you have not really completed the H-1B process. You don't have a change of status. You don't have an H-1B visa stamping and you haven't re-entered with H-1B visa. So I wouldn't want to depend on that. Okay. Can you try it? Definitely. You can try it and you can try it with change of status or consular processing. I think the government may create a problem because there was a case in 2023 where the government announced, or not the government, the appeals office announced certain principles that kind of stood on its head all the things that we understood to be the law. So I'm not sure how it will play out, but what harm is there in trying? And I think, yes, the new employer can change it to change of status. I don't see why not. As long as you've been maintaining status in the United States, that should be fine. What is the best way for me to work for a new employer without going through the lottery again? Yeah, that's the problem because you did not do a change of status earlier. It will be difficult to predict what is the outcome. I think the best thing you can do is do a premium processing H-1B change of status. Let's see how it plays out. Press *5. If you have a follow-up question, press *5. Oh, I just noticed something else. You said I opted for consular processing, which is still under review. That means your H-1B is pending? It's not been approved yet? Oh yeah, it's not yet approved. So if it is not yet approved, can it be transferred? I doubt it very much. Difficult to say. Let's see who's on the line. Area code 980. Area code 980.
Hello, sir.
North Carolina. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, Shruti here again. So I have one question. So when I raised this request for this ombudsman office,
Okay,
then
ma'am, no. We're gonna have to have discipline here. I'm just taking follow-ups on what I discussed. Please wait. I'll answer everybody's questions, but it'll have to be at the end, okay? Yeah. Don't ask me unrelated questions, please. So, next question is, H-1B holder with approved I-140 considering job change. Impact on pending H-4EAD and future H-4EAD. Company A filed for my wife's H-4EAD. My status H-1B plus I-140 approved, 180 days complete. Okay. Can I switch to company B while her H-4EAD process is pending? I remember you once mentioned this can lead to a denial as an RFE. Yeah, it's a weird area. And if I remember correctly, what the problem is this. There are two possibilities. You change your H-1B only after the H-1B approval of the new employer. You don't change after filing. That is the safest thing to do. Because I have seen cases where my guy applied for an H-1B and changed jobs. So when he changed jobs, the previous employer revoked the H4 and revoked the H1. Next thing is USCIS says, well, your H1 is revoked. You have not filed a new H4. Your H4 is revoked. The EAD is revoked. But on the other hand, if you go with a fully approved petition, even if the old employer revokes, which they will, it should not impact the H4 or the H4 EAD. It's a practical problem, not really a legal issue. Okay. So that is what happens in practice. At least I've seen that happen once. So that's what I would recommend. Once I switch to company B, can B file H4 EAD extension using company A's I-140 approval? Definitely. Because your I-140 was approved and stayed approved for at least 180 days. Your right to extend your H-1B with any employer is all set, even if they revoke the I-140. Your old employer withdraws or revokes the I-140. And because your rights are secure, the derivative rights, which is your wife's right to extend H4 based upon the old I-140, is also secure. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. Next question is publishing and marketing an eBook on H-1B. So impact on NIW, I'm not sure. You see, one of the problems is when you try to do a self-publish, for example, Amazon, government takes the position, well, this is not really a true publication. If on the other hand, you are publishing on something like Packet or some other forums, that might be considered, especially where they peer review or they pay you good money for the book, that might be worth it. Okay. Self-publication, we were able to convince the government in one case where my guy wrote a book which was for very advanced business practitioners. And that book received many 5-star comments within a very short period of time. Hundreds. Okay. So the government said, well, how is Amazon, this is just self-publication. And we said, normally, yeah, you would be right, but it's also one of the biggest publishers in the world. Okay. And on top of that, look at the accolades received from various other people. And it's obviously a scholarly publication because you read 10 pages of it, normal people can't even understand what the book says. These are very advanced topics. So those are the things that you want to consider as far as the NIW is concerned. I'm not sure it's a huge advantage. Does it conflict with your H-1B if you set a price? I think it does. Okay. Government can come back and say, well, this is a problem. There was a time, there was an exception for academic activities. I'm not sure what the status of it is because it has not been mentioned by the government in their policy manual. Okay. Star 5. If you have a follow-up question, press star 5. This is from Massachusetts. Let's go to Massachusetts. Massachusetts, go ahead. I can hear you.
Sir, these are my follow-up questions for the previous question. Sorry. The thing is, my form is filed, right? And
Which question? Which question?
But I wanted,
sir, which question are you talking about?
I mean, I-140 regarding this H-1B transfer and all.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So this is also similar to my H1B transfer, but the thing is, my perm is filed, and I wanted to change the job.
Okay.
So I have to start the new process with the perm again with new employer, or how it works? Sir?
Yeah, if you leave before your perm is approved, you lose everything on that perm. You have to start all over again. Okay.
Okay. And once it's approved and I leave, then still I can utilize that one or not?
Once it is approved, you've got to get the I-140 approval. Unless the I-140 is approved, you get nothing.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Good luck. Okay, then comes the next question, which is H1B versus H4 entry dilemma for returning spouse. Comparing job search flexibility, visa activation, and legal implications of delayed entry post stamping. Wife is in India, approved H1B through a consultancy. She had to travel. Now we are planning to return. We are considering two options. She enters on her H4 and later switches to H1B after finding a job. So she has an approved H1B, but she never joined, right? She should not enter on that H1B, because if she doesn't have a job, I would argue that that can be a problem because she's misusing the H1B. So let her come back on H4. I'm not sure she's out of the lottery problem because approved H1B. Are you here in this call? Press *5 if you are here. Okay. So I'm assuming that she got a change of status. If she got a change of status, there's a good possibility that visa can be transferred or that H1B can be transferred. But if she did not, then it's unlikely that she can transfer. Again, USCIS is full of surprises. So returning, I think there's no doubt she should return on H4 and then she can try to get an H1B. You can't enter unless you have a job. Yeah, that is illegal in my opinion, because unless you have a job, a particular targeted job, please feel free to quote me to your lawyers and just say, I don't understand how this is not a violation of law. If you knowingly enter using a visa and you know that you don't have a particular project already targeted, I think it's a problem. If she gets her H1B stamped in India, waits there, H1B stamping is going to be difficult without a specific project, okay? Consulates often ask for project documentation. They want to speak with the end clients. So, yeah, I don't think she's going to be able to get it. I think, again, coming back on H4 makes the most sense. Press *5 if you have a follow-up question. Press *5. Okay. So we are coming towards the end of questions, maybe 4 or 5 more. Then we'll take all the new questions. Late STEM OPT validation report, impact on SEVIS, H1B, future immigration. Completed masters in December 22. STEM OPT started January 13th. You have to provide validation every 6 months. I submitted the 6-month report. They told me they can't update. It has passed the deadline. Okay. So it should not affect your any long-term status. But if it affects your current OPT, I do not know. Because if they made a note, did they do a data fix? I would talk with SEVIS directly if I were you. SCVP. So just talk to SCVP and you can Google their number. They're usually pretty helpful. Just ask them. If they can't answer your question about your SEVIS record specifically, you can ask them generically that my report was late and I'm not sure if my DSO has requested a data fix, but they've made a note. Is that good enough? Is there another procedure we should be following? It doesn't hurt to ask them. Okay. Yeah, it should have no impact on your long-term immigration. And for H1B, this should not create a 221G. Yeah. Well, this is a mistake. Mistakes can happen, and I don't think it's going to be in any way toxic to your immigration cases. Okay. *5. If you have a follow-up question, press *5. Okay, let's see. This is from Illinois. Yeah, Illinois, go ahead. I can hear you.
Hello, Rajiv. Thanks for answering this question. My follow-up question is, although I submitted the late report on September 29th, I also submitted, after I posted this question, I also submitted final evaluation that is present on my I-983, and my university responded that my SEVIS is marked as completed, and it happened automatically on the CVP portal by the USCIS. So that means then they did not look at my late submission or the note that university marked as a problem.
Well, I don't know what SEVIS completed means. I've never heard that term. Okay. If you mean all the formalities are completed, that's something else. But if you mean it has been suspended, that's something else. So I don't have enough information to give you an answer. You could ask the same question of your DSO. What does SEVIS has been completed mean? It seems to me what they are saying is your formalities are complete. But I'm not sure what they mean. I've never heard that term used. आप उनसे बात करें.
So they are stating that my SEVIS record was automatically completed with H-1B approval. So no further action is required.
So what they are saying is your SEVIS is terminated because your H-1B is approved. Is your H-1B approved already?
Yes, on August 30th.
So then you have no problem. You're fine. Okay.
And this will not cause a problem when I attend Dropbox in
I don't think so.
India.
Not at all. I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck. Okay. So we already did this one. Let's see. Oh, this is so sad. I'm so sorry to hear this. H4 dependent's child passed away. How do we report to Indian Consulate? So really, Prakashji, there is no, on the US side, there is no particular procedure you have to follow. Okay. But if you want to bring the remains of the child to India, then there is a procedure. If you are going to do the last rites in the United States, and you'll be carrying the bones and the ashes to the river Ganges, there's a procedure for it. And there's a procedure, I think, on the Indian side. And something you have to do on the, to carry the ashes with you, something has to be done. I don't remember exactly what the procedure is. I don't know off the top of my head, but there's no obligation to report a death under US immigration laws. I do not know of any such obligation. Okay? But if you want to carry the remains, there are some formalities. And you can just Google that. It'll tell you there might be something you have to do with the airlines, and there might be something almost certainly that you have to do with the Indian authorities in the consulate. Okay. Press *5. If you have a follow-up question, press *5. Okay. Last question. NIW I-140 approval followed by job loss. Impact on adjustment of status. Options for maintaining legal status. NIW was approved based on current job. Got laid off immediately. How would it impact adjustment? Well, unless you can prove that you'll be able to get very similar job, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at your NIW, but if you can prove that you're going to get exactly the same kind of job, you might be able to file adjustment. That is the problem when you do an NIW for a particular employer. Okay. NIW I-140 is approved and H-1B is still valid. Is it possible to stay in the US without a job until adjustment? No. No, not at all. You should convert to B1, B2 within 60 days grace period. If you have 60 days, you may have less. If your I-94 is expiring sooner than 60 days, you'll have lesser time. Okay. Any follow-up question on this, folks? Okay. Anyone has any question, new or old, press *5. Okay. So I'm just going to take you in the order I see you. This is Massachusetts, area code 781. I have so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions. Okay. So let's go with area code 781. 781, go ahead, please.
Sir, I'm on H1B. I just wanted to know that can I file for a company, I mean, any startup or anything, and should I work for that company? Is it allowable or not?
Are you saying can you start your company? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes, I'm a startup or something.
Yeah, that's a long, complicated answer. What you want to do is you want to go to immigration.com and look for this answer in the frequently asked questions, because this is a lengthy discussion. Short answer is it's dicey. Stay away from it if you can. Being a minority stockholder may be okay, but then are you going to actually work for that business? In that case, you need an H-1B for that company. It can be a concurrent H-1B. So it's a little bit of a long discussion. And I have a lot of information already out on this. Just start listening to our previous frequently asked questions on this, okay?
Okay, right. And the last one is like I already work on a white paper from for my organization. Is it help me to pursue these NIW categories or something on that? It is really impacted in the industry, but I don't know at the US level.
Yeah, when you say white paper, is this an internal white paper? What is it for?
It's for the pharma and biotech industries. I mean, I presented to the like one of the distinguished organizations, ISP.
Distinguished organization, what does that mean, sir?
I mean, ISP is one of the well-known pharmaceutical and biotech non-profit organizations which provides regulations and guidelines for the industry.
It might be. I mean, I can't really tell you more than that because I don't know everything about it. Because something like this shows that you have some leadership or something extra you're doing. It may possibly help. Hard for me to say. Okay?
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Good luck. Let's go to area code 469, Texas. 469, go ahead, please. Hello? I can hear you.
Hello.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, so I have one question regarding my H-1B transfer. So I had another offer and they started my H-1B transfer after my change of status happened on 1st October. And I currently have an RFE for the transfer. So my question was, the status was updated yesterday. So I just wanted to understand, will that RFE cause any problems with my current H-1B status, with my current employer?
Okay, let me make sure I understood the facts. You are currently on H-1B?
Yes. The change of status happened on 1st October.
Very good. You applied for a transfer. New employer, yes. Right? Okay. Yeah. So, when you applied for the transfer, you got an RFE on that transfer petition, right?
Yes.
So, your concern is, if there is a problem with the second case, more recent case, will that affect my approved case? And the answer is, no, I don't see how it would.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to understand that even if I respond to the RFE and get a denial on the transfer, does that affect in my... Okay.
I'm not worried about that. You'll be fine. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Good luck. Let's go to area code 716. Where are you from? Oregon. 716, go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Sir, so I am on H-1B visa since October 1st in the last 10 days. So prior to that, I was on F1 visa. And actually, two companies filed for my change of status, and I got both the approvals, both I-797 and both I-94s. But I didn't join the other company, and I'm with my company right now. So I have a Dropbox appointment next week. I'm flying to India. So will I need to do anything from my side regarding this?
You have two H-1B approvals, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So your concern is, if I'm not going with employer X and I'm going with employer Y, do I need anything from employer X? Is that what you're asking me?
Yes.
And the answer is no. Because you've made your choice, whichever one you want to go with, that's the company they're going to focus on. All right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good luck, sir. Let's go on to the next. You're welcome. Next one is area code 971, which is, 971 is Oregon. Oregon, go ahead, please.
Hello, Rajiv ji. My question is, my husband's Form I-539, which is his change of status from H-1B to B-1B2, was approved a couple of days ago. He's very close to getting some offers. Is there any problem which he can incur while transferring the visa from H-1B, like again to H-1B with a new employer?
Okay, hold on. I'm a little lost. Let's try to understand this situation. Is your husband currently on H-1B, ma'am?
No, he was affected by a layoff, and then we filed his Form I-539 for change of status.
Acha. His B1B2 is pending.
It was pending. It got approved 2 days ago.
Oh, that's even better. Okay. Now,
yeah, so my question now is that...
No, hold on. I don't have all... Ma'am, I don't have all the facts yet. Hold on one second. How long has he had the H-1B? Did he get approved this October or before that?
He was having it from earlier.
Very good.
Like from his last...
So that clarifies a lot of things. Okay, so when does his current H-1B expire, ma'am, approximately?
Next year.
Okay. Yeah, that's good enough.
Around April 2025.
Yeah, that's good enough. That means he's got a full 60-day grace period. Okay. Now, did he get laid off? Is that what happened?
Yes, he got laid off in May.
Acha. So at least May to June, June to July. So he had those 2 months at least. Then he got a B1, B2 approval also. All right. So what is the question now? Now I understand. What is the question?
Now he's very close to getting some offers with companies, and because his B1, B2 is already approved.
Very good.
So we want to understand, will there be any problem while transferring transferring to H1B?
No. This is
new employer.
Quite a routine procedure, ma'am. This is not difficult. The only problem is that, see, if you apply for your H1B transfer within 60-day grace period, you can start working as soon as the transfer is filed. But if you're on B1, B2, you have to wait for the approval before you can start working. Otherwise, there is no big deal.
Okay. And will he have to travel outside the country to get it?
Not at all. All right.
Okay. And one more question I have. I was on H4 with him, and I also filed a change of status because he was filing for it, and then I got a Canadian work permit, and I went to Canada for a job. While coming back, by that time his B2 was approved, but they gave me an entry on H4. Is it a problem?
You should not. Yeah, you should not have entered on H4. That's not the right visa because your husband didn't have an H1, so that was an inappropriate visa.
Yeah, on the border, I asked them to give me an entry on B1, B2 because I had B1, B2 already from before, not from this change of status. But they still entered me on H4.
Yeah. Then you did your job, and this problem will go away as soon as his H1 is approved. So I would still want to travel out and come back in with that H4. Once his H1 is approved, make another trip to Canada and come back using your H4. Okay?
Okay, and meanwhile, till the time he doesn't secure a job, can I again, because I got a job and
Yeah, you can go back.
I might want to come again.
Yeah, you can go back.
I want to go back, and then can I enter on B1, B2 again?
You can request.
Which I have.
You can request. Otherwise, once his H1 gets approved, you can enter on H4 again.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank
you. Good luck, Ji. Florida 813. Go ahead, Florida.
Hey, thank you, Rajiv ji, for taking my question.
Of course.
So currently I'm on D2 visa after changing the status from H1B after I got laid off. My D2 is approved as of now, but my D2 is expiring next month on 17th.
Okay.
I want to ask you if I can file for the extension to get more time to find a job. And if so, what things I should keep in mind?
So when you apply for an extension, make sure it gets there before this stay expires. And number two, if I were you, I would actually document how many interviews I have done, how many places I have applied, just to make them understand that I'm not sitting around misusing the B1, B2.
Okay.
I was actually looking for a job, and I'm still looking for a job. So hopefully they will give you another extension without too much grief. Okay?
So how should I give this information? Like how many interviews I had? Should I?
So you can make a list. You see, you can make a list. I interviewed on this date with this company on this date. Your statement is also evidence, right? So when you provide a statement, that is also evidence, and it doesn't have to be anything fancy. Even a table on Microsoft Word or a spreadsheet extract on in a Microsoft Word document or Google document should be enough. Okay.
And then I attach that in my application for extension.
I like to flesh it out so that it doesn't look like we are just asking without any reason. So.
Okay. So my H1B is valid until 5/13 of 2025, like next year, May 13.
Right.
Will that be okay?
Well, you are no longer on H1B. The moment your B1, B2 is approved, your H1B is gone, so you are saving time on the H1B.
Okay.
So no problem at all.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Let's go to... I have two more questions left. One is from New Jersey. Both are from New Jersey. Oh boy. Okay. Let's go to area code 551 first. 551. Go ahead, please. 551.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. I wanted to know, currently, I recently got laid off and currently I am on my 60 days grace period. So I am on H1B visa status, which was approved like 1.5 years back. So if I have taken any unpaid leaves during my work time on my H1B, do those unpaid leaves get counted as in my, do those H1B leaves get cut from my 60 days grace period?
No. There's no such requirement. Normally, if the employer tries to bench you, that's illegal. If they say take unpaid leave, that's illegal. They can't do that. But if you, on the other hand, you say, my uncle is visiting from India, I want to take 1 week off and I don't mind if I don't get paid, that's perfectly okay. When you ask for unpaid leave, that's okay. But if they try to force you to take unpaid leave, they have to pay you.
Okay.
All right?
Okay, sir.
Good luck.
Sir. And so what would be the best time during these 60 days to apply for a B1, B2 visa?
Ma'am, are you single or married?
Single.
Okay. So single people, one-person application can be electronic or paper. If you were applying for your husband and you both, I would have said do paper filing. It's much cheaper. Okay. So if you are doing electronic filing, I would suggest do it by the 55th day, 5/5. Okay. If you are going to do paper filing, do it by the 50th day, 50. Just in case something goes wrong, right? So.
Mhm.
That's what I would recommend.
And my last question is, if I get another job, which transfers my H1B and everything, and if at all it happens that due to some reason get laid off from the second job, do I again get my 60 days of grace period?
From what I remember, if you get laid off after the approval, you get 60 days again. So you get an H1, you get 60 days with each H1B approval. Okay.
Got it.
Good luck. Good luck.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Last question of the day. Well, hold on one second. There's one more person with their hand up. What happened here, guys? Okay, let's go to New Jersey first. New Jersey, go ahead with your question. Area code 7.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
I can. Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. So my question is, my H4 and H4 EAD was expired in August, and I have applied both renewal in timely manner, which was July. My H4 extension is just approved 3 days ago, and my H4 EAD extension is still pending with USCIS. So, am I able to start working again, or I should wait until my EAD gets approved?
That's such a difficult question to answer. Okay. What I would want you to do is contact USCIS. Okay. Go to the customer service and say, I want to speak with an officer, adjudications officer. So they'll probably escalate you to next step. Because here is the problem. The law says you have extension to continue working if your EAD expires and you have filed for an EAD. You can work till your I-94 is still valid. Okay. So the day you filed your EAD extension, you did not have an I-94 beyond your EAD. So you couldn't work. Right?
So like the I-94, which my H4 says it was valid until August 22nd, and then the new I-94.
I understand that. I understand that. You're not following me. Just slow down and listen to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, the law is, or the policy is, you can continue working to the length of your I-94 if you timely file an EAD. But previously your I-94 had expired in August. Now you have a new I-94. Can you start working now? I don't know the answer to that question. Let's find out from the USCIS because they've never made that clear.
Okay.
So contact the USCIS, talk to customer service. They should escalate you to the next level so you can ask an adjudications officer what they think. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
No problem, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bye. Last question is Texas. Texas, go ahead, please.
Hi, sir. Thank you for taking my question again. So a follow-up question. I'm looking at the process to fill up the case assistance on Ombudsman office to ensure my pending H1B doesn't get approved. And I'm looking at the options online and
Okay,
email.
hold on.
I assume.
Hold on. Remind me, what are we talking about?
Sorry, sir. Yeah. My H1B was pending status as of October 1st, and then I got laid off on October 2nd.
Right. And you want to
I have ensured I am going to.
You want to go back to your OPT? Is that what it is?
No, sir. I'm switching to another F1 status with a new school.
Okay.
And I have the approval admits, and that process, SEVIS transfer is already in place.
Okay. Oh, so you are trying to make sure they don't approve your H1B. That's what you're trying to make sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So when you said you now you're at Ombudsman site. So what are the options?
I see the online and email. So is there a specific way where I can request an expedited
Yeah, I
case
think
request from my
so.
situation?
They did have an emergency option somewhere. When you start filling it out, you can mention that this is an emergency.
Okay, and would you advise the best way to fill the form online or via email would be the best
See,
way
I
to
have
approach this?
personally never filled out the form. Our team does it. But I would probably do it online. I think it's a lot more reliable.
Okay, it says the DHS form 7001.
I don't know, whatever that form. I've never filled it. So whatever that form is. All right.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay, sir. And thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. All right, folks. We did well today. 5 minutes to spare an hour. Very good. I'll see you guys again next week and we'll do it on LinkedIn. Everybody stay well and the best of luck to you all. Bye-bye.